What's up, Columbia? I'm Merrell Johnson, experienced Columbia City of Columbia Ambassador alum and your cheerleader. Thank you for tuning in to Columbiapedia, everything Columbia A to Z, and today I'm doing letter N. Okay, the Never Bust chain. You know what? That was actually one of my first introductions to Columbia. When I was a little boy, would come here, and I always remember those two buildings were connected by a chain. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And in fact, I think it's actually a piece of public art. So if you go to One Columbia's website and check them out, you'll see that they have a bunch of public art in the form of statues, murals, and any other kind of art you can think of, and they are definitely listed on there. It's quite fascinating to see, and it makes for a great, great selfie and photo op. So I'm definitely no spring chicken. I think it fits. We're in Gamecock territory, and you hear it quite a bit here. Originally, I think it derived from our older friends who felt like they couldn't bounce back or hop and two-step like the young folks could. But it's definitely a saying that I feel like is a huge part of Columbia. It's definitely something that's taken off on a global level, and it's definitely something that applies to me. No spring chicken. There's a funny history behind the term NOMA. Our North Main district is so cool. It's filled with so much culture and history. Sabrina is the one who came up with that name, and I think that it is something that is indicative of the growth that Columbia is experiencing and something that definitely should be embraced. I always urge my friends to take a look at that side of town and to spend some time there and spend money there and help make that area grow and flourish the way it is. When I think of NOMA, I think of Sweet Lorraine's. And it's a really cool cafe started by my friend Tanae. And it was a way to make sure that people in the community had access to high-speed internet, and it's just a beautiful place in general. Down here in the South, we have a lot of sayings, and no bigger than a minute happens to be one of them. So, if you can't tell based on the phrase of saying itself, it means that you are what we call down here in the South po and little, and it means you need to get some meat on your bones and maybe grow up a little bit more. So if you happen to know someone who might be just a tad bit on the small side or a tad bit on the short side, just remind them they're no bigger than a minute. Listen, back in my day, before I turned into no spring chicken, the nasty song was something that we played on our fun college nights when we would go out and have a good time. It's by a rapper called Lil Rue. He is, I believe, a Columbia native, and you should check him out on Spotify and or Tidal because his songs are really, really fun. And if you happen to catch me at the right moment and in the right mood, I might be doing a little dance to the Nancy song. Oh God! So the Nickelodeon. Fun fact about the Nickelodeon: they're located in the heart of our city on Main Street, and they've moved around quite a bit. But the Nickelodeon is historic not only in Columbia but all across the world too. They were the first independent theater to create the Indie Grits Festival. So if you are a fan of independent movies, I suggest you check out their website. I suggest you hang out in downtown Columbia. Come visit us. Here in Columbia. I don't know what area you're coming from, but you should definitely come check us out. And you should go see what they have. And I will tell you that historically, barring COVID, but historically, their tickets sell out really, really quick because everyone in the heart of SC loves them. Oh gosh. So one thing great about Nick's is it reminds me of the carryouts of where my family is from, Washington, D.C. It's a fun little fast food carryout place that you can go get all kind of late night unhealthy food, but it certainly satisfies your cravings. And if you go there, I highly suggest getting the Philly cheesesteak. It will not give you the true, genuine flavor of Philly cheesesteak, but it will get you really, really close. The one quadrant of our city, Northeast Columbia, the greater Columbia area, It actually starts, I believe, at the corner of Two Notch and Park Lane, Two Notch and Park Lane. When I was growing up, I have fond memories of that area. Like when I was growing up, there used to be a Best Buy there. We had the Columbia Mall there. And over time, things have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And now, when I think of Northeast Columbia, it really does go, all the way out to the Sand Hill area, which is really cool. There's a lot of cool places to shop, a lot of fun places to eat, a lot of cool housing out there that makes it really easy and affordable for people to move here. And it's definitely a huge part of our city. When people ask you where you're from, you say the Northeast, it almost doesn't mean anything because the Northeast is so huge. But you kind of get a good consensus of what that general area is like, and you also respect it has made Columbia a very affordable place. It's made Columbia a very attractive place for people to move to. Thank you everyone for tuning in for Letter N with Columbiapedia, everything from A to Z. My name is Merrell Johnson with Assurance Financial. I'm your cheerleader. Stay tuned. I can't wait to see what's next.